How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you guys. Dragon T, great to see you. I saw my girl Carla K coming in. Scott Jones, Trisha Stahl. We've got Mary Chapman. We got Jared SK. We got my man Millennial Hustler in the building. So many great people coming in. Thank you guys so very much. Mary Chapman, how you doing, girlfriend? I hope you've had a very relaxing and great time away. We've got Attorney Sheena in the house. Great to see you. Attorney Sheena, great to be here. Great to have you here. Tamira Corporal, what's up, girlfriend? Good to see you. Absolutely, man. It doesn't surprise me, Jared. It does not surprise me. Absolutely. Good to see you, Sheena, as well. Ada Salba, thank you for coming in. Thank you for inviting your followers. Hey, what's up, Kim Sanj? Good to see you guys so very much. MJJ, great to see you, my friend. So look, guys, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am your business development architect. I am your entrepreneurial growth resource. I help you create the infrastructure you need so then you can simply build the life of great you've always wanted. I'm so excited about this particular live stream series because for the next 5 days, we're really going to get back to the basics. We're really going to start breaking down business development. And why did I want to take this week, guys, and do business development? Well, the last 3 weeks, what we've really been showing a lot of people, what a lot of the information that we were doing, a lot of the streams was based on business planning, right? Business creation, okay? That brand messaging, understanding, starting to develop an idea, right? So I don't want you guys to misunderstand business planning, business development. There's a lot of cross-pollination there. But when you really want to get down to the true essence of what business development is all about, and guys, this is what I do I've been doing this for the better part of 10 years. I've worked with companies that are all the way up into the Fortune 500 range, all the way down to small businesses and entrepreneurs. And so when you really want to start thinking about business development, now you're really starting to get into creating long-term growth, profitability, right, through specific activities. You know, what we were really outlining in the first 2 week sessions, and then when we were giving people, good to see Angie, we were giving those individuals an opportunity to live stream for the first time. What they were really doing was creating that personal brand, starting to develop their business plan, starting to put a message, right, behind the infrastructure that we can come in, that I'll come in and help them develop. And now that we really started getting down, Whitney, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Now that we're really starting to break down some specifics, right? Some specifics. Now we can really get into this, right? Now we can really get into the business development side. And let's just start right now, guys. My name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the host of the Power of Great podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, as well as the founder of the Power of Great live stream training series. You know, the Power of Great is built on the definition that your current situation is not your defining moment. Your current situation is not your defining moment. You plant that flag firmly in the ground and you begin to push through, work through, create opportunities to the other side where there's great things waiting on you. And so I wanted to take this week, guys, if you're just joining me for the first time, if you're watching this on the web, if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this on Apple TV, we're taking this week and we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're really going to start showing everyone the power of planning, but then how important that plan, that specific infrastructure, the creativity, right? Getting so rooted. And for those of you that are currently in my accelerator program, you know how specific I'm telling you to get right now. I mean, we are getting so specific. And so what I wanted to do tonight is, hey, let's get right down to it. Let's start talking about some fun stuff, right? Let's start talking about that business development, okay? So what's business development? Hey, it could be a business unit that's currently within your 9-to-5 or your corporate structure, or it's a contracted party such as me, right? Or my business or my particular area of expertise. And what I do is I come in and I work with a company, an organization, an individual, a group, a team to create long-term growth and profitability. And what I do is there's a multitude of activities. So I don't want you to think that that business development is just limited to these activities that I'm talking about tonight. But these three activities, in my experience, in the companies and the businesses and the corporations that I've worked with, these have been the main three that not only did you focus on right away, but if you overlooked or if you misstepped, could really be detrimental to the growth, right? To the growth of your business or your concept or your idea. Greg Harris, good to see you. Project Queen, good to see you. And guys, once again, if you're just joining, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane, and welcome to the Power of Great live stream training series. Chastity, great to see you. Great to see you as well. And so, guys, tonight we're talking about business development, okay? So, three main activities, and I want to get into, I'm going to highlight the three, and then I'm going to break them down kind of in reverse order, okay? So, we're going to talk about business development, the basics of business development in terms of creating meaningful partnerships, establishing business in new markets, and increasing the value of a current customer base. Now, once again, I don't want to backtrack, but it's very, very important that if you are sitting right now and you're concerned about, well, I don't know about my customer base, or I don't know if I'm ready to establish a new market, or, you know, I really understand the leverage of partnerships, then I really want you to hang tight, but I also want you to go back and watch the replays of my previous scopes, right? Because you could really benefit from a lot of that information that's now plugging into where we are on this particular series. So, kind of rolling into it, increasing the value of a current customer base. So, you know, when I go in and I've worked with teams, organizations, I've worked with entrepreneurs, network marketers, multi-level marketers, solopreneurs, small business owners, the one thing that small businesses and entrepreneurs most of the time overlooked was that they already had a current customer base, right? Because for a small business owner, for an entrepreneur, right, your customer base could literally be anyone and everyone you have a conversation with every single day. Your target market is one of those kind of moving targets. You have to identify every conversation. That's why the engagement piece at that level is so invaluable. And now that we set a keyword, so I want you guys, if you're taking notes or if you're watching this on the replay, to extract some really good information. A buzzword in increasing value of a current customer base is engagement, right? No longer does the marketplace really want people to service them, because in today's marketplace, the term service is doing just enough, right? That's why when you see people now, they have customer engagement specialists. They don't have customer service specialists, or they have customer engagement representatives. And so you really want to think of the term engagement, and why is that going to increase the value of a customer base? Number one, because when I think of engage, I think of the movie Top Gun, right? You're going to engage your target, and your target, okay, is one that you've got to sight up. And once you have that prospect or that client or that business in your target, you have to engage them. You have to engage them, which means you have to close most of the distance. You see, it aggravates me. It pains me when I go in and I do a field study, right? So when I get contracted to work with a company or an organization or a small business, I do a 24 to 48 hour field study of that group. I'll go in. They know that I'm there. And I'm literally, at this point, a behavioral scientist, if you will. I'm extracting behavioral data. And I'm watching how people are engaging, right? I'm watching how they're engaging, right, with their particular client base, right? I'm watching this unfold. And what happens is they don't close the distance. I'll walk into department stores, or I'll walk into sales floors, and I'll watch them interact with their coworkers, or I'll watch how they'll handle potential customers, and it's really embarrassing, because you get hit with the, hey, how you doing? What can I do for you today? or how can I help you today? When in reality, what an engagement specialist would say was, good afternoon, Chastity. My name is Matt Crane. How can I solve a problem for you that you came to me for today? And most people are going to go, well, I don't really know if I have a problem. Well, I just want you to know that if for some reason, as you walk this store or as you look for different items, if a problem arises, whether it be price, whether it be product information, or whether you just want to know if we have a different size, color, or material, or however, I want you to know that Matt Crane, and I would specifically, I get very specific. I just want you to know that Matt Crane would love to be your personal shopper today, or your personal representative today. Now, let's translate that to the phone, right? So Serena, I believe, is here, and I'm hoping I said that correctly. Serena, Matt Crane, I am so very glad that you called today and that I was able to be the one that picked you up in the queue. I hope that your phone call is to give us a 5-star rating review, but if it's not, how can I solve your problem today? Well, now what's happened, right? You're getting very specific. They're going to think on the phone, naturally, everybody that calls somebody on the phone thinks they're going to get that robotic answer. But you engage them. And when she says, oh, okay, that sounds great. Well, Serena, hey, I'm glad that it sounds great, but can I solve a problem for you today? Or what value can I apply to your situation? Guys, think about those engaging words, right? So when you start thinking about increasing the value of a current customer base, when I think of businesses who are truly wanting to scale, when I work with businesses who are truly wanting to develop and grow their business model, it starts with what? It starts with their built-in field studies, their current base. And if you're not engaging your current base to the point where they can tell you what they like, and they can tell you what they don't like, and they can tell you how your service has been provided, then how do you ever truly expect to go out and expand into a different market? So business development basics, when you're thinking about increasing the value of a current customer base, you have to engage that client prospect. And then by engaging them, now you're going to start offering opportunities to add products or value or services to them. So I think of my particular coaching program. If I'm not engaging every client, if I'm not truly interested and concerned with them at a core level, right? If I just all of a sudden called them one day and said, hey guys, your current coaching program is getting ready to change, and I wanted to go ahead and just get you locked in to our second tier. Well, man, if I haven't gone in and engaged them to the point of, are you getting enough information? Have I provided you enough value? Am I solving current problems? Am I providing need-based analysis, right? Then, man, you're gonna crash, okay? So far, guys, if you're following along, if this is making sense, if this is bringing immense value to you, if you have already learned something right now that you did not know prior to this scope, if you could just put a 1 up for me, I would greatly appreciate that. If you happen to just come into this scope, you're going to put a 2, and I appreciate that, and I definitely want to be respectful of everyone that's in the room, so I would ask you to go back to the beginning of the Periscope and just see the replay. Dream Builder 1, thank you for that honesty. I just ask that you simply go back to the beginning of the Periscope, and then that way we can make sure that your question's not based on just misinformation that maybe you missed prior to us getting to this point. So thank you guys for that first quarter analysis of our information. So once again, if you're just new to the scope, if you're just coming in, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane. I am a business development architect, an entrepreneurial growth resource, and I've been doing this for 10 plus years for corporate America and Fortune 500, all the way down to small businesses and entrepreneurs. And guys, I have 3 different companies. I have a podcast that is on iTunes and SoundCloud, The Power of Great. I also have a mentoring, training, and coaching business. And then I'm also launching a professional development and training web-based format company as well. So thank you for being here. We are talking week number 4 of the Power of Great live stream series right here on Periscope, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dream Builder 1, I am Matt Crane at gmail.com. If someone could put that up in the screen, I am Matt Crane at gmail.com. Simply shoot me an email. I will then turn around and send you your foundational assessment so that way I can see where your current needs analysis are. So we're not trying to solve 5-year problems without taking care of your 5-month problems. Thank you guys so very much for putting that in the screen. Simply want to screenshot that or write that down. You send me an email. We get your assessment test. We then cultivate and tailor a program that fits your base current needs now. And we'll go to work on your infrastructure, my friend, and we will help you do some great business. So now we want to move to point number 2, guys, and it's establishing business in new markets. So I want you to understand why, for me, going in reverse is always key. So if I'm going to look at establishing businesses in new markets, I want to truly have an understanding of my target market. I want to have real-time market research. You know, guys, I am a new school approach to business development with those old school tactics, right? I firmly believe that your business's vision was not built to be looked through binoculars. That's why I bring the scope. And I want you to look downwind with laser-sighted vision and know exactly who you do business with, why you do business with them, and how you can expand on that business. And so, for me, if a company starts talking about establishing businesses in new markets, I immediately want to go to work on, hey, what's the value you're bringing to your current customer base? What increased value have you brought to your current customer base? And how has that given you an opportunity to start trying to expand, right? To expand into new markets. And guys, when you're dealing with Fortune 500 companies, they have the budgets, they have the teams, they have all these things. But when you start looking at you right now, the small business owner, the entrepreneur, right? And you're thinking on a regional level, these resources are not going to be very easy for you. So that's where someone like me, who has an extensive experience and background in business development architecture, right, looking at all the needs of your foundation, right, this is very, very critical. So, you know, when I work with different regional chains or small businesses who are looking to add, right, locations, okay, the first thing I ask them is, hey, what value have you increased with your current customer base? Are they providing enough needs-based analysis for you to show where you need to expand? And here's why. There's needs all over the place, right? But when you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, right, and you start looking to expand that business model, right, more times than not, you're just not going to expand your finances. You're just not going to expand the opportunity to profit. But now you're also going to expand the amount of time that you're having to expend into those things. So it's very, very important that when you start thinking business development, once again, that you have a very systematic and specific plan in place, right? So once you get to this point, it's very, 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 what? Agile. Okay? Very agile. All right? So, you know, I'm not going to take a bunch of time, guys, when I start thinking of establishing business in new markets, because I think that speaks for itself. But I want to highlight some of the different developmental roles that those business development concepts, when you really start thinking of establishing business in new markets, these are the types of roles that those of you that are going to try to create business development opportunities, or when you're looking at bringing in a business development architect, or when you decide to call me and say, Matt, I'm looking at you to coach, train, and lead the business development side. Here's what you want to look for. You're going to have to look for somebody that has a background in sales, that truly understands the marketing niche, right, from all levels. Very good and matter of fact with negotiations. You're also going to want this person to have a world-class ability to network, right? But more importantly, right? What's up, Matt Feltner, man? Guys, Matt Feltner is a great resource. This guy's a class act. Get behind him, follow him, tap on the screen. This guy's legit, man. He's a great dude. Think the world of Matt. Great to have you in here, Matt. So, Now, these two roles that I'm about, so we talked about sales, marketing, negotiation, and network. Now, guys, why is it important? Why is it important that you make sure that your business development specialist has a background in sales, marketing, negotiating, and networking? Because if you're a small business, if you're a regional business, this is going to solve a lot of budget problems. This is going to solve what a lot of employee problems, right? You're really going to be able to offer somebody the ability to expand on their interests and expand on what? On their level of expertise. But they're going to do it within your ability. You know, they're going to do it within your business, how to expand on your business. But guys, when I say world-class networker, I mean world-class networker. Because when I go in for businesses and I go in for entrepreneurs, or if I'm going in and looking in different marketplaces, right? I'm not going in and talking, you know, I'm going to be going in and talking to other business owners, but who am I going to go really talk to? I'm going to talk to the key leaders of the community. The mayors, the county executives, the state representatives, the key business owners, the financial representatives, the ones that run the financial institutions. And why am I going to do that? Because they control the ebb and flow of everything that goes on in the community. They're the major they're the major tax-based players, right? But then I also want to be able to put on that good old pair of blue jeans and a nice pair of shoes and hit those back roads and really get in and talk to those people that live in those communities, right? Why do you come into town to shop? Okay, or why do you go here to shop, right? So it's very important that sales, marketing, and negotiations is key. But if you have somebody with a world-class ability to network, man, it opens up so many different possibilities and so many conversations that can happen. And more importantly, it opens up for you to create what we'll talk about on point number 3, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important things in the basics of business development. So these last two guys are very, very important. And these are things that you need to be a stickler about, right? So, you know, if you have a business and you're looking at contracting, if you're looking at finding out if your current business development plan is right for you, right? Let's say that you guys called me and you wanted a consultation and you wanted to find out if Matt Crane and our business development and professional development company could work for you. Well, you're going to want to know sales, marketing, negotiating, networking. Those are things you'll find out very quickly with my resume, the companies and businesses that I've worked with in the past. But these two places are very important, and you need to get really down to the nitty-gritty on the information. Is project management and contract review, right? Because now you're starting to get into legalities. Now you're starting to get into different intricate areas, right? Okay? That traditional sales, marketing, and negotiators and good networkers may not be as disciplined enough, right? May not be as disciplined enough to stay locked into. So it's very important that you understand project management and contract review is vital roles when you start really expanding and really thinking business development, right? So when I think of the most successful coaches and trainers, right, that can hit you at all levels, that can not only speak to your business level, but to your life level, it's because, man, they're key in so many different areas. But project management and contract review, right? They understand the real need to get deep and to get core level, right? And ultimately for small business owners and regional business owners, that's their lifeblood. That's their baby, right? If that goes, then that goes, right? So if you guys have stayed locked in quarter number 2, talking about establishing business in new markets, if you've learned something new prior to coming into this scope, if you're following along with the information, if you're picking up some great value from me right now, just type a 1 in the chat box. Once again, for those of you new to the scope, new to the replay, and those replay viewers that are coming back, my name is Matt Crane, at I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys right now that are here. For everyone that's already shared this stream, invited your followers, and tapped the screen and given those hearts. You guys are amazing. But more importantly, the interaction and the engagement within this Periscope is what I love to see. So Now, guys, we've talked about increasing the value of a current customer base, establishing businesses in new markets, and now we want to get to, in my opinion, the most important part of business development. And when you're looking at creating a business development, or if you're in a company right now that has a business development department, these are things, right? These are things that you want to be very, very, very cognizant of, is that project management and that contract review. And why do I say that? Because one of the most important things any company, any group, any small business can do to truly get behind the basics and get behind that foundation of business development is you're going to want to create meaningful partnerships, right? You're going to want to be able to go in there and create meaningful partnerships with companies, businesses, groups, and organizations that already have a built-in large number of customers, or what I call client base. Now, why is this important? Well, guys, number one, you're going to solve power partners. I love it, Tricia. Yes, power partners. It's a great phrase, Tricia. Great phrase, right? So you're going to what? Create meaningful partnerships. You're going to leverage, right, their customer base. But more importantly, while project management and contract review, sales, networking, marketing, negotiations is key, is because you immediately want to identify those companies and those that have those large client bases, that have a client base that's interested or already shows a need or want for your product or service. Now, that doesn't mean you need to discount other people outside of the normality, right, of your business, product, or service. But in order to step out of your backyard, you need to make sure that your backyard is very tidy, very structured, and clean and crisp. Because what you want to be able to do, right, is create, right, the foundation that's building itself from within, so that way you can go out and seek those other strategic partnerships that may not be currently within what I call your power base or your comfort zone, if you will. Okay? So guys, make no mistake about it. There's numerous things in regards to business development that we're going to talk about and break down throughout this 5-day series. But it's these three main activities that I would immediately come into your business or immediately come into your corporation, and I would not only want to go to work on, but I would study, and I would want to have real-time data, right, to provide back to you from a market analysis standpoint, right? Or what we call a market research portfolio. Different ways for different people. So, guys, golden nugget. Golden nugget for tonight. Matt Feltner, my man. Love you, big guy. Thank you for being here. So, golden nugget for tonight, guys. My goal, my mission, every single live stream is to deliver you guys a golden nugget. One of those just, gold coins that I'm going to give you so you walk away going, man, now that was worth that Periscope right there. And this is it. Your business's vision was not and is not intended to be looked through binoculars. So demand that somebody's seeing your business vision through a scope. Make sure, and here's the description. Have you ever looked through a pair of binoculars and you're seeing something so perfect and so clear, and then you hand that pair of binoculars over to somebody else? What's the first thing they do? They look back and then they readjust it, right? If you're really finding somebody that's getting into the core of your business, that's getting deep with you, right, that truly wants to help you develop the business in the manner that it needs to be developed, then they're going to demand that you look through a scope, not binoculars. You don't need to build your business vision on binocular vision. You need to build it on sniper rifle scope vision. It needs to be one of those things where you set and release, set and release. So when you do have that set of fresh eyes, or you do have that set, right, of what I call accountability, all they do is they step in, they see it, they move on down, right? So guys, thank you so very much for being a part of week number 4, session 1, okay, business development series. My name is Matt Crane, at I am Matt Crane, across the board on all social media channels. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm really excited about some major things that are happening. I will be making a major announcement tomorrow and dropping a huge promotion for a guest that will be on our podcast, our Power of Great podcast, Mr. Caleb Maddox. The Power of Great and Kids for Success have teamed up, yes, have teamed up for a major announcement and a huge, big-time promotional giveaway that is truly going to knock your socks off. Guys, once again, what's happening? Business development, growing that business, boom, creating meaningful partnerships. And guys, you can create meaningful partnerships with anyone and everyone. It's just a matter of, are you looking through things with a scope? Are you still trying to see your vision with binoculars? Get very specific. Get very specific on the way you see your business, the way you see your messaging, and the way you see your target market. And I'll promise you one thing. It's time to go to work. So guys, thank you so very much again for being here. I really want to say thank you to everyone that participates, not just shows up to these scopes, but participates in these scopes. Guys, I don't care about the number of people that come to my scopes. I want to have the most engaged scopes on the platform. So when I see you guys in here networking, communicating, answering questions, really getting in to the content that we're providing, that is when I know that you guys are looking through the scope with me. You're not seeing things through binoculars. My name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane. I am a new school approach with old school tactics to business development. I'm the host of the Power of Great podcast on iTunes, as well as the host and founder of the Power of Great live stream series that you presently are taking a part of right now. And guys, I want to say thank you. And today, if there's somebody today that has gotten value from this scope, if there's somebody today that you feel that the value is something that you want to come back and you want to get more of, I just ask you to get in part of my inner circle, guys. I will be putting a link in Periscope for a very exclusive business development inner circle, and we're going to call it the Cranes Crew, right? I love that title, man. I love it, Cranes Crew. It's a very exclusive and it's a business development inner circle, guys. We're going to share nuggets, tips. We're going to be able to network with one another. And, guys, we're going to grow from one another. So if you think that the value today was enough, all right, I don't think that I've served you enough or given you enough value. But I want to continue to provide the most value possible because, guys, at the end of the day, we're always going to show up. Remember this, your current situation is not your defining moment. Let's put our flag firmly in the ground, plant that thing, and push through the other side because there's greatness waiting on each and every one of us. So guys, thank you again for being a part of this stream, of this broadcast, and for engaging each and every person here. I'm excited, guys. Tomorrow, our session 2 of our 5-day business development series will be over. Biz development for the small business owner. This is going to be a good one, guys. I really appreciate you so very much. Thank you all. Have a great night and go out and harness the power of great and deliver that so someone else can do the very same thing. Have a great night, guys.